All right. Hey guys, happy Men's Health Month from everybody here at Precision Wellness. My name is Aniyah Evans, and today we have our special guest, Mr. Malik. How are you today, Mr. Malik?
What up, yo? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
good.
good.
All right. So we're just gonna ask you a few questions regarding your health, mental health,
Hmm.
body, all that. All right.
All that?
All of that. So, what are some of the things that you do to maintain and improve your healthy lifestyle?
Primarily, if I think about maintaining my life, I think about lifestyle, which means I'm thinking about every day. What do I do? Morning, evening, afternoon. I think primarily what I focus in on is yoga. I don't necessarily think about yoga as what you see on TV, the video clip, just positions. I think you have yoga in terms of what your physicality is, but then also primarily what's in your mind. And so I think about yoga, metaphysics, and how you think. Because even when you work out, it comes down to your intensity of your workout or the benefit of your workout comes down to what's in your mind. And so when I think about, for me personally, I would think about yoga, metaphysics, and what's my mind doing and how I'm feeling and how you work out influences the chemicals, the thoughts, feelings, your approach, the outcomes, comes down to what's in your head. And that's the first part. That's where you focus on first. For me, is when I wake up in the morning, in terms of health, diet, exercise, things of that nature, it comes down to what's in my mind.
Okay. So, aside from yoga, do you have any healthy habits that you use to reduce stress?
Oh yes. My favorite yoga thing, which would not necessarily be considered yoga, is dancing.
Okay.
So my favorite activity is Argentine tango. So I travel around the world to dance tango. I just came back from Slovenia. I just came back from Austria, Portugal. I spent a lot of time in Argentina, Germany, France. So my favorite exercise, jumping from yoga to something else, and that's why I say yoga is not necessarily just something you see on TV. It's how you approach life. But my favorite exercise, or what I love to do, is to dance. And if you're a dancer at my age, that means you have to stretch, you have to eat a certain way, you have to think a certain way, you have to study the arts. And the arts basically is taking something that is unseen and figuring out what you need to do to make it seen, and
Right.
not seen for other people, but seen for yourself so that you can feel it and exercise it and do it, which means that your lifestyle starts to be shaped around expressing your feelings, which
Right.
is what art is in the first place.
Okay. I like that.
That's good, isn't
Yeah. Yeah.
it?
So, of these types of simple daily activities that have all been backed by science to improve your body and brain health, which of these would you add to your daily routine? Getting 8 hours of sleep a night, brushing your teeth with your non dominant hand, getting at least 15 minutes of morning sun, or taking cold showers or ice plunges.
Well, I do love to take some time. For instance, when I travel to dance,
Mhm.
um, one of the main things I do focus in on is at what time. Nighttime is beautiful because you have the synchronicity and what is symbiotic with the night and the light and the moon, the stars and things of that nature, but also during the day, just what you find with you in terms of nature, in terms of the flowers and the colors and lights and the wind and all those things like that.
Mhm.
I would say when you blend all that together, what you find is a certain harmony, and the health to me is when you're harmonious with your environment, and not the environment that finds you, but the environment that you create so that you can always aspire to be something that you want. And it
Mhm.
feels good and you know it. Sometimes you can't describe it in words, but you know it and you feel it, and then you can then describe it as a reflection of how your body is.
Okay. So have you ever been here to Precision Wellness? You have, correct?
Yes.
So
And I have found precision wellness really to be surprisingly unique. One of the things I have found is that when you're dealing with yoga, dance, both of them require you to be in complete harmony with your feet,
mhm,
because your feet is what puts you in balance with the earth and music and harmony, and that's where everything touches. And I came to Precision Wellness, and my first experience was with Kelly, who described to me all the different services, and I actually found it to be pretty profound, some of the services that Precision Wellness provides that I didn't know. I knew nothing about that, didn't know it existed. And then I came over for a foot massage. And when we talk about feet and how different points of our feet really touch on different parts of our body, our mind, our brain, our lungs, every single thing, I found Precision Wellness to actually really open my eyes up to things that I thought I knew a lot about.
yep,
So when I came over to the office, I was really astounded by the fact that you all exist,
right.
and some of the things that I have studied over the long term in terms of body chemistry, vitamins, particularly when you're aging
Mhm,
and certain things occur naturally. But then as you get older and you realize you can't just rely on something to occur naturally, you have to actually go after it.
yeah,
So I have found that as I have became a dancer as an older person,
mhm,
and got into yoga as an older person, I was really astounded that Precision Wellness actually meets you right there, because I'm a new introductee to what takes place over there, and health and specific focus on particular health requirements. And particularly since I travel a lot, because the things that I do for my health require me to go around the world, it was very nice to find that I could find support for that at home.
okay. Well, we love that. We love that you love precision.
That's pretty good, huh? I mean, I didn't know. I mean, I'm traveling for instance, I just came back from Slovenia,
Mhm,
and went back from Slovenia, then understanding that I come back here to Savannah and then realize, wow, there are things to help me recuperate from travel, from being in the Alps, from being around the world, that can then help me adjust and get ready to go back.
mhm,
Beautiful experience. Yes.
yep, and it's right here up the street.
Yes, right up the street.
All right.
Yes.
So what advice would you give to any younger man for healthy aging? If they want to be like you, what advice would you give them? They want to be in good health, good spirits, being able to travel. What
If,
advice would
if
you
I were to talk to a 25-year-old Malik, or to a young person that's has some of my similar interests,
give? Mhm,
I would say that there's a couple of things. One is that you don't have to do everything at one time. Being healthy is a lifestyle. It's not something that you just arrive at one day.
yeah.
It's how you look at your diet. And diet isn't just taste. Diet is understanding that your taste can be shaped. Also, just the gradual inclusion of exercise.
Mhm,
Also, the gradual inclusion of a different understanding of what health is. Health isn't just being young.
yeah.
Health is that you can transpose certain things from where you are now, and that'll be a part of your life in the future. And unfortunately, when we look at chronic disease in the United States, and I will say this because I travel a lot, like diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, being tired all the time, things of that nature, it's
Mhm,
not necessarily something that must be. It's not something that has to take place.
yeah.
When I travel, and wherever I go, I pull in something from another place,
Right.
something from other cultures where you have older people that don't have those same issues. So what did they do? What were they doing on a day-to-day basis? That's a small thing. It's not a big thing. It's not a silver bullet, just a small thing that allows you to shape your life. And so we can actually shape our lives, just like a retirement package. We put money off to the side. So when we get older, we retire with certain finances. Why don't we retire? Why don't we retire with a certain health? Why don't we retire with a certain blood pressure, with a certain cholesterol, with a certain level of stress, with a certain perspective on life? It doesn't require some magic bullet, some big book, just a little bitty tiny thing that over time, at 25, we reach 50. And at 50, I've seen most of the world that I want to see. Now it's just, I pick and choose. And that's what I would tell 25-year-old. A little bit of diet, a little bit of exercise, and read.
Mm-hmm.
Because for what I do also is that for me, at least every week, I should learn something about health. An article, a magazine, a book. I should learn something every week for the rest of my life at 25 years old about diet, about exercise, about stress, about health, about the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I see in this little bitty tiny piece of world I have right now, that's not the world. 25 years from now, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And just lets me know there's just so much more to meet, so much more to know. Just like with you. I meet a young lady. She's beautiful, doing her thing, but she's a part of the world. And what can you find out about each person that you meet? Just like health, like any subject. Just take your time
Mm-hmm.
and learn something every week and appreciate what you learn. And that is the beauty of living, that we learn. And health, my God, that has to be one of the most beautiful things. My grandmother lived to be 104.
Wow.
And most of that, she was aware and cognizant. It can be done
Yeah.
if you live simply. That's what I would say. Live a
Okay.
simple life and learn something every week about health.
I like that. You planted a lot of nuggets. I really like that response. Words of wisdom. Well, Mr. Malik, from everybody here at Precision, we do thank you for taking the time out and speaking with us this month for Men's Health Month. We
I'll
really,
see you soon.
I hope so.
Yep. I come through there regularly. I'm like I said, I'm down in the Sandfly. I just happen to travel a lot. One of these days I'll stop by and hope to see you sometime. You
All
all have
right.
an amazing office. And what you all have done, what Kelly has done, like, wow, I didn't even know some place like you all existed.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I met her and she explained all the services and I came by and I took the little vessel test.
Uh-huh.
I mean, just the things that you all provide. I mean, you know, it
Yeah,
puts healthcare in your hands, which is where it needs to be, because it doesn't need to be in hands of a corporation, you know.
you're right. You're right. We really appreciate it. And again, it's always a pleasure. Hope to see you at Precision very soon.
All right, West Side.
All right.
Tell Kelly I said what's up.